Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video I want to dive into some David Gilmour style soloing tips for Comfortably Numb. Now in case you already missed it, I did post a lesson detailing out the rhythm for this song and another video breaking down the first solo note for note. Now this video is aimed at the final part of the song, so let's get straight into it. Now what's going on chord progression wise here is we're starting on a B minor, we're going to an A, then a G, then an E minor, and then back to B minor. So that's the progression that's basically looping until the end of the song. It just fades out. Now here's a trick for figuring out the key, and this doesn't always work, but a lot of the times you could look at the first chord in the progression and then the last chord. So this is B minor, to A, to G, to E minor, and then B minor. So if you look at that first and last chord, they're both B minor. So this is actually going to be in the key of B minor. So if we want to play a solo over this, we might want to think of a scale that could fit this chord progression. So for example, a good place to start would be your B minor pentatonic. So you could play that here. This is your minor pentatonic, starting on the note B, which is the 7th fret of the low E, and go 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 10, 7, 10. Okay, so that's sort of an available pool of notes to choose from. Now, David Gilmour uses these notes in his solo, and here's an example of how you might take just a couple of those notes and play a cool lead over this progression. All right, so I started out very staccato here with the 7th fret of the 3rd string. I went 7, 9, and then I did a pre-bend. This is where you lift up the string before you pluck it. So, and then you bring it down. So it's a pre-bend to a release. And then you can pull off to the 7th fret. And then play 9 on the 4th string. So that's the first part of this example, and as I mentioned, those couple notes come from the minor pentatonic. Now to help you put this together anywhere on the neck, before we go any further, I actually want to give you a gift if you're new to my channel. I put together this awesome fretboard guide that shows you these exact systems and a framework for mapping out the entire fretboard, just like what I'm going to talk about in this video. And I want to give it to you completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or click the first link down below and you can grab that as my gift to you. So after this first part, we're going to go 7, 9, do the pre-bend, release it down, pull off to 9 on the 4th string. Then we're going to use a rhythm that Gilmour uses extensively through the end of this solo, and they're called sextuplets. So what they are 16th note triplets, and it sounds like this. They're basically groups of 6, so you have 6 notes per beat. Now, I have just a funny way that has stuck with me of understanding this rhythm. I say the word biddly diddly, okay? So you're gonna say biddly diddly, biddly diddly, biddly diddly, biddly. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and that helps you get the rhythm. So this is biddly diddly boom, da 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 da. And so what I'm doing here is I'm playing the 10th fret of the 2nd string, pulling off to 7, then 9 on the 3rd string, 7 on the 2nd string, 9 pull off to 7 on the 3rd string, and then 9 on the 4th string. Now this starts on beat 4. We're gonna play all septuplets, biddly diddly, and then end on the downbeat there. So combining this with the first part and playing it over a little rhythm could sound like this. So again, all of those notes are straight from the pentatonic. But David Gilmour doesn't just leave it with the pentatonic. He actually adds some more notes to the scale, and this next lick is going to give you an example of that. Here's what it sounds like. All right, so there's a couple things going on here. One is this technique of a rake. And what you do is you actually just rake down, you palm mute the strings here with your strum hand. You mute them, and then you just drag your pick through the strings. And then what you do is you get this little double stop here. 7 on the second string and 7 on the first string. And then you let those two notes come through. So then play the 9th fret on the first string, and then give a little half step, bend. So now if you notice here, we've got a new note. So our pentatonic scale went like this. But now he's using that note, which is a really sweet sounding note. Okay, then you release it down, pull off to 7. Then play 10 on the second string, 7 on the first string, and then a bend on the second string 10th fret. So David takes the minor pentatonic, but he adds just that one note, and that combined with a rake and combined with a little rhythm could sound like this. All right, example number 3 demonstrates another scale that David Gilmour uses in this solo, and it also brings back those sextuplets. Here's what it sounds like. All right, so this lick is a little bit harder. We're gonna start out on the 10th fret of the second string, pull off to 7, then play 9 on the third string, then bend that 9, and then grab 7 and 7 on the second and first string. So then we'll play 10 to 7 again, pull off, and then we do this quick move here. We play 9, bend it up, release it down to a pull off to 7. So then play 9 on the 4th string, then roll that over to 9 on the 3rd string, then 7. So now when I play this 7, I give it just a little push. It's like basically getting a blues bend there. So far. Then we go. And this walks down the blues scale. So this is 9 on the 4th string, 7, then go to the 5th string, 9, 8, 7, slide to 5. So then 7 on the low E string, 5 on the 5th string. So all together. All right, so I'm gonna put it all together now. This is gonna start on the and of 4, and as you're working on this, remember that biddly diddly, biddly diddly. Here's what it sounds like. So give those Gilmour licks a try, see if you can work them into your solos. And to help you get this anywhere on the neck and have a framework for connecting the chords, the scales, and the arpeggios, be sure to grab my fretboard guide at the first link down below, or you can go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab it as my gift to you. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and for more Pink Floyd, check out this video next.